There comes a moment when a woman stops searching for love in the eyes of another. Not because she has given up on connection, but because she has finally found something far more powerful within herself. Something that changes everything. Carl Jung called this the process of individuation. The profound journey where a woman stops being what others need her to be and starts becoming who she actually is at her core. It is not a rejection of love. It is a complete transformation of it. The awakened woman has looked deeply into her own shadow. She has seen the parts of herself she was taught to hide away. The anger, the hunger, the raw ambition. And instead of running from them, she has finally embraced them fully. She no longer seeks a partner to complete her broken pieces. She is already whole. What she seeks now is a companion who can walk beside her through the depths without desperately trying to rescue her from them. Romantic illusion dies hard within the heart. It promises that somewhere out there is a person who will finally make us feel enough. But the awakened woman has discovered a devastating truth. That person was always herself all along. She has stopped confusing emotional intensity for true intimacy. The chaos that once felt like passionate connection now reveals itself for what it always was beneath the surface. A distraction from the real work of becoming whole. Jung wrote extensively about the animus, the masculine energy that exists within every woman. When she integrates this powerful force, she no longer needs to seek it desperately in others. She becomes her own source of strength and direction. The world taught her that solitude was punishment, a sign of failure and unworthiness. But she has learned that solitude is actually sacred ground. The holy place where she finally meets herself completely without pretense or performance. She has removed the masks one by one. The one that smiled when she wanted to scream. The one that said yes when every cell in her body demanded no. And now her face is finally, truly her own. Falling in love used to mean losing herself completely, dissolving her boundaries to merge desperately with another person. But she has learned that real love requires two complete people standing together, not two halves desperately clinging to each other. She has grieved the fantasy thoroughly, the white wedding, the savior, the happily ever after. And in that grief, she discovered something completely unexpected. Freedom. The freedom to write her own story on her own terms. Her standards have not become impossible. They have simply become honest. She refuses to accept anything less than what she is now willing to give completely, which is everything real, or nothing at all. The awakened woman has made peace with her darkness. She knows her full capacity for destruction, for coldness, for walking away without looking back. And this knowledge has made her dangerous in the most beautifully powerful way. She no longer betrays herself for the sake of belonging. The cost of fitting in has proven far too high to pay. She would rather stand alone in her authentic truth than disappear into someone else's comfortable lie. Jung understood that consciousness comes at a price. The more awake she becomes, the fewer people can truly see her. And she has accepted this profound loneliness as the necessary currency of transformation. She has stopped trying to heal others compulsively. That compulsion was always about avoiding her own wounds. Now she lets people walk their own path entirely, even when it leads them away from her. The romantic fairy tales lied to her. They promised that love would arrive and save her completely. But she saved herself through her own effort. And now she understands that was always the only true ending to the story. She has learned to sit with her emptiness patiently, not to fill it with another person, with distraction, with constant noise, but to let it speak to her quietly, to reveal what has always been waiting underneath. Her heart has been broken so many times that it has become utterly unbreakable. Not hard or closed, but resilient, flexible, capable of holding both joy and sorrow simultaneously without shattering. The awakened woman knows her worth is not determined by being chosen by someone else. She has chosen herself first. And that single act of self-loyalty has changed everything about how she moves through the world. She no longer gives pieces of herself away hoping someone will finally want the whole. She keeps herself intact always, and only shares her depths with those who have truly earned the privilege. Jung spoke of the self as that center point where all opposites unite. She has found this sacred place within herself. And from here, She no longer needs another person to feel complete. She has stopped apologizing for her intensity, for her depth, for her absolute refusal to play small. Those who cannot handle her fire were never meant to sit at her table anyway. The awakened woman does not chase love anymore. She creates the conditions for it to find her naturally, by becoming the most authentic version of herself, by refusing to shrink for anyone. She has discovered that most relationships were merely transactions, an exchange of needs disguised as connection. But she no longer needs to trade pieces of her soul for temporary comfort or security. Her aloneness has become her sanctuary, not a prison she is trying to escape from, but a temple where she communes with parts of herself that only deep silence can reveal. She has stopped explaining herself to those who have already decided not to understand. Her energy is too precious to waste on closed minds and fearful hearts that refuse to open. The romantic wound runs deep through generations. Countless women who gave themselves away in exchange for security. But she has broken the chain finally. She chooses herself even when it terrifies her. Jung knew that true love requires shadow work. You cannot fully love another until you have faced your own darkness completely. She has done this difficult work, and it has changed absolutely everything. She has learned that love is not merely a feeling. It is a practice, a discipline, a choice made consciously every single day. And she chooses herself now with the same devotion she once gave to others. The awakened woman has reclaimed her power fully, not the kind that dominates others, but the kind that creates new worlds, that transforms everything it touches, that refuses to be diminished by anyone. She no longer waits to be rescued from her tower. She has built her own tower, her own kingdom, and the door is only open to those who come as equals, not as saviors. Her boundaries have become sacred, not walls that keep love out, but gates that determine who is worthy of entering her world. And she guards them without apology or explanation. She has stopped performing femininity for the male gaze. Her softness is genuine now. Her strength is undisguised. She is both nurturing and fierce simultaneously without any contradiction. The awakened woman understands impermanence deeply. She no longer clings to what is leaving. She blesses it and lets it go with grace, trusting that what stays is what was always meant for her. She has made friends with her inner critic. That voice that once destroyed her has become a teacher. She listens carefully. She learns what she can, but she no longer lets it rule her life. Jung called the self the totality of the psyche. She has glimpsed this wholeness within. And once you see it clearly, you can never again be satisfied with fragments of love offered by incomplete people. She has discovered that real intimacy requires two people who have done their own inner work. Surface connections no longer satisfy her hunger. She craves depth or nothing at all. The awakened woman does not hate men. She has simply stopped needing them to feel valuable or complete. And this profound shift has made all the difference in how she chooses to engage. She walks her path with quiet confidence. Not the confidence of arrogance, but the confidence of someone who has met her own darkness and emerged transformed on the other side of it. She has stopped falling in love blindly, but she has not stopped loving. She loves more deeply now, more consciously, more completely, starting with the woman she sees in the mirror every day. This is not the end of love. This is the beginning of it. Real love, the kind that does not diminish you, the kind that begins with radical self-acceptance. And from that foundation of wholeness, anything becomes possible.